The battle for Jean-Claire Todibo has become intense on the first day of the January transfer window. Chelsea have joined the race. Manchester United is watching, so is Spurs. But where exactly is the 24-year-old niche defender destined to go? Welcome to the United Hotspot. It's the transfer corner. My name is Webb, and of course, every day we are here to track Manchester United's transfer news and bring it to you so that you don't have to bother through it. Just subscribe, sit back, become a member, and enjoy it. Now, starting off quickly with Varane. I'll start off with Rafael Varane because Manchester United has communicated to Rafael Varane that they are not willing to trigger his contract extension by 12 months. So that means that Rafael Varane can proceed and talk to other clubs and probably even go into agreements with another club because that's the contract. Now, United are saying you either take the paid terms or you bounce. Now, Varane is as well yet to decide on what exactly he's got to do. He's contemplating what his future should be like. Remember, teams like Bayern and Real Madrid have been strongly interested in signing Rafael Varane. The question is, should we keep him earning £340,000 per week beyond next summer and or until the end of the season, and then we lose him for free, or can we try to sell him wherever we can in January? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. But the reality is the future of Rafael Varane and Man United seems to be very short. So that's Varane. Now, speaking of Varane, a defender, a centre-back who might be headed out, Man United has been thinking of one player to come in from the last summer. That man, Jean-Claire Todibo, has been on top of the lips of conversations for any Man United supporter when you spoke about transfers and players that United has got to bring in to boost the squad. Now, the latest coming through is that United could lose out on Todibo because Chelsea and Spurs are also interested. Now, apparently, Chelsea are also moving fast. They want to start opening talks with Nish to sign Todibo because they heard he's available for about 40 million or thereabout, which is obviously pocket change to Chelsea. Spurs as well had inquired about him, but for now, Nish are playing hard to get. They're saying, don't disorganize us during a good reign in our league. We are chasing the Champions League. We are not letting go of Todibo. Hold on, but not when Chelsea insists because they do have the money. Question is, will Man United, who are waiting and believing that Mr. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who happens to be the owner of Nish, can give them a nod and say, you know what, this is my club. I'm not selling to an opponent. I'm keeping this player for me, so we'll sell him to United. Will Sir Jim Ratcliffe use his powers and just say we are not selling to these clubs? That's again a question of debate. But the bigger question for me is, should Manchester United be going into a bidding war now, in the state of transition we are in, going to a bidding war with Chelsea and Spurs for a centre-back who, yes, has got a lot of skill and potential, but when we are going into a massive change and overhaul at the club, if you ask me, if Todibo can't wait until the end of the summer, he can as well bust. The way Axel Disasi did, I think we can lose Todibo, to be honest. And of course, I know some of you will say, we lost Kim Mijay. How many players shall we lose? Shall we keep losing players? Well, we can lose them if they're not patient enough to wait for Manchester United and to reassess and have their priorities right, and that can only happen at the end of the summer. That's when we should think about bringing in a marquee player like Jean-Claire Todibo. But let's wait and see for what the club has in mind. Now, one player who has been in misery at Old Trafford, just as some players are dreaming to join Old Trafford, one player has been praying they get a lease of life, an excuse out of Old Trafford, and that is Donny van de Beek. At 26, Donny van de Beek has struggled to establish himself at Man United, and finally, he has been loaned out to Eintracht Frankfurt for the remainder of this season, and Frankfurt has got an option of buying him for about £12.1 million if it works. Now, obviously, we should hope it works because we do want to see Van de Beek getting more playing time. I mean, he has been restricted to only 20 minutes this season. I think played a few minutes against Crystal Palace. I forget the other team. You can't forget the good times you've had with Donny at Manchester United. You just have got to wish him well as he does move on and try to forge life away from Old Trafford, because trust me, the game there has been so hot and fire for him. Now, of course, Man United will not cease to top the news when it comes to the transfers. Victor Lindelof, I saw many people feeling like Manchester United should let go of Victor Lindelof. among the people we should be releasing. I released the video earlier showing you my top players that I think United should be getting off. And in the comments, certain people were suggesting that Victor Lindelof leaves. But actually, Victor Lindelof is one of the first players who have got their contract extension option in their current contract triggered. So Man United have committed to keep Victor Lindelof at least until 2025. So, excuse me. So there's a contract extension, pending signing for Victor Lindelof. So the agreement has been made. For me, to be honest, I have no issues with Victor Lindelof. It reminds me of players like, not Brown. I think West Brown was mostly remembered for own goals, but he was a proper, decent backup. And I think Lindelof is that kind of player. A bit of Diogo Dalla as well. These are players who are not your main guys. They are not much, but they are important. You can't have only a team full of world-class starters. You need some young, hard-working players who will come in and fight a bit for positions and keep these other senior world-class players going. For me, I've got no issues with Victor Lindelof. I think it's good that he's staying. He's young. He's got the right attitude and character to play for Manchester United. If he keeps working harder, he could actually be better and become a mainstay. That is my honest opinion on the Victor Lindelof contract extension. Now, finally, the January transfer window is here, and it is that time of the year when we get to sit down and see what exactly is being done by Sir Jim and his team in terms of moving this club forward. Mason Greenwood back is still top of our wish list here on the United Hotspot. I don't know about you, but for us here, we are for Mason Greenwood back. The boy has done wonders in Getafe. The boy is motivated, he's fired up, he needs to be happy, and his happiness is at home in Manchester, at Manchester United. That's exactly where I would want to see him. But also, given that Man United is now looking to youngsters and rebuilding, the way we treat Mason Greenwood will have a lot of motivation to give the other youngsters who grew up within the United Academy, the Garnachos of this world, the Kobe Mainos of this world, the Willy Kambwalas of this world. Name them. All these academy kids are watching how Manchester United is going to handle this Mason Greenwood situation. If we handle it bad, we are going to look so bad to our own youngsters, and we don't want to rebuild on a wrong slate. So for me, this January, I'm hoping at least we just get to hear something about Mason Greenwood and his possible return to Man United. I'm tired of the silence. The United Hotspot, my name is Webb. Subscribe, become a member. That was the transfer corner, and today we just wrapped it up for you. What's going on when it comes to this club? Let me know in the comment section whether you're happy about the progress thus far.